Yeah, that hate, the grind, the sweat, the blood, the time, my motivation. I work too hard, too long, and not be in the conversation. My team been up, way up, ain't nothing less than domination. I got the game and safe with lock and key and combination. Keep it gold and high sight, don't focus on what's hindsight. Sleeping on me, tell them night, night, it's my time in a bright light. Don't ever band, no mind, and keep it pushing, don't ever give them a sound. They gon' let me when you shining, but they wanna talk about you when you down. Motivation, all the hating that they doing, motivation. Staying winning, nothing less, ain't no consolation. Used to tell me that I couldn't, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation, motivation. All this money on my mind, that's my motivation. You be talking, but you not up in the conversation. They all wanting me to stop, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation. Yeah, bad time that I came through and I got one for the boy. Hey, now I'm finna ball out, step back, shoot for the score. Hey, if I had a penny for everyone doubted me, I'll make $1 million a month off a salary. Picture me rolling, go look at the gallery. I've been eating now, look at the calories. No, I've been out up on the road, trying to make it to my goals. Had a lot of friends in the past who done quit on me, had a phone.
It'll be tough to forget this. Amir, nicknamed the Takeover. And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little high hopes for this battle between these two athletes. He just misses with that jab. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Stiff jab. How will these two fighters handle the outdoors? We're fighting under the sun here for this big showdown.
Because let me explain to you, we are outside. Nobody can turn the temperature down. Nobody can turn the sun down. When that sun's beating on you, when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you're getting hit, when you're getting hurt, there's no cool fight that's dropping in there. This is where it's real fighting, fight on fight.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Swing and a miss with that left hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When you watch lightweights, you expect high-level footwork and hand speed, and that's what we're getting here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. about Khan in that last round. And a round that seemed like... On to the second round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot. But that's what their mantra is.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He threw a punch and just got countered. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
There's a scoring blow. This counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Both men step back for just a moment. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, we know they've got the... And there's the bell for round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? There's a counter shot. The straights continue to score. Nice counter. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One punch could change everything in this battle. That jab misses. And he scores with the counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here. There's the bell to start round 4. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Those counter punches have to hurt. Amir Khan in some real trouble. And down he goes. What an upset this could be as Khan is down. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we continue.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
That counter punch caught him clean. And we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Talk about Khan in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is good. On to the fifth we go. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Nice counter punch right up the middle. They both want the knockout. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's alright to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges, Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Just misses with that uppercut. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Khan in that last round. As bad. There's the bell for round 6. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You'd like to see more jabs. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good counter punch. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching. How about that time counter shot? Good counter punching. A perfect counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Khan in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Every second.
And there's the bell to start round 7. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
So far, the offense has been better than the defense. A perfect counter lands. The straight right just misses. Beautiful counter shot. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Down goes Lopez. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom.
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. And there's the bell for round 8. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
The straight right just misses. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. When are we going to see a jab from these two? In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Halfway through the round, and did you see that? Oh boy! Amir Khan, dazed! Let's watch that and get a replay from a different angle.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unique...